Hello, True Seeker, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Learn True Health podcast. Today features my favorite health device out of everything I have in my arsenal. This is the one I use the most. It's my mattress. It began as a medical device that helped the body heal even up to level 4 bed sores. Those are usually fatal. You can go back and listen to episode 355 with Bob Rasmussen, who was the chief engineer and founder who originally designed all this. And since then, my guest today has taken the reins of the company and is ensuring that the quality continues at well after the company's been running for 30 years and will continue to hold the highest standards. All materials are sourced in the US. It's made in their facility by hand in Salt Lake City, Utah. But this bed, which of course you're going to listen to the interview, so you'll hear all about it. I just want to make sure you have this information at hand. So grab a pen if you can. LearnTrueHealth.com/bed. That's LearnTrueHealth.com/bed. That takes you to the webinar that I did with Jason. He goes through the different slides that show the science behind it, which if you are like me and you kind of geek out on the science and you want to see the studies they've done and see how they measure pressure, go on your mattress, lie on your side, and see how many hours you can lie on your side before you're so uncomfortable on your shoulder and your hip that you have to roll over. I can sleep the entire night on one side. That's how amazingly supportive this mattress is, but at the same time, it's not soft, so you don't sag and hurt your hips and low back. It keeps your spine perfectly straight while making sure that your shoulders and hips have no pressure. With that said, learntruehealth.com/bed. That gives you the science webinar if you want to geek out like me and see the science. If you want to look at the website and explore the mattresses that Joey's going to talk about, because we're going to talk about the health benefits of this mattress versus other mattresses and the things to look for, and especially if next time you're ready to buy a mattress, what not to get. If you're not going to get this kind of mattress that we're talking about, at least there's certain things to avoid to maximize your health. And so we're going to talk about that. So things that I think everyone should know, because as far as I know, everyone sleeps on a mattress. I know a few people that, sleep in tents and like to sleep in hammocks and maybe sleep on futons or sleep on the floor. Most of the population spends a third of their life on a mattress. And so we all have that in common. You got to know what not to get. There's certain mattresses, many mattresses out there that are slowly poisoning you and your family. So we'll talk about what to do, what not to do, and then the best options. You can go to learntruehealth.com/organics. That's ORGANIX. And then you can also call them. They're really friendly. That's 1-866-647-5513. And we talk about this near the end of the interview, but Joey, my guest today, gives us an amazing discount, and that's because before he took over the company, I worked at a deal and I got the best deal that anyone else has ever gotten for their listeners. I love helping saving you guys money. So he actually, when he looked at the deal during the interview, you can hear his voice. He's like, "Oh, wow, I've never seen a deal this good." I love helping you guys save money. I love saving money. It's part of my values. I want health for everyone and financial freedom for everyone. Health freedom, financial freedom. So enjoy today's episode. Please share it with any friend you could possibly think of who is in pain, who's suffering, who has disrupted sleep. This could be a huge game changer for them. Welcome to the Learn True Health podcast. I'm your host, Ashley James. This is episode 504. I am so excited for today's guest. We have on the show the owner of my favorite organic, healthiest mattress you will ever own. I'm so excited. Joey Woodward, it is such a pleasure to have you here. My life transformed about 5 years ago when I got my mattress, and we've slept on it every night for 5 years. My son has jumped on it. We've done everything to this mattress and it is not changed, it's not warped. Just like Bob Rasmussen, the founder, the creator, the original inventor of this technology, he promised back in episode 355, he talked about how he invented this technology, originally wanting to support people who are bedridden or are chair-bound and support the body to not only not produce bed sores, but to help the body heal if should they then have a bed sore. And they saw such incredible results in the medical field. He thought, man, what if we brought this into the mattress industry? And sure enough, it allows your back, no matter what position you sleep in, to be completely straight in the proper alignment while also taking pressure off the shoulders and the hips and those pressure points. I was so amazed. This was back 5 years ago. I was so amazed when we started sleeping on this mattress that I had to go to the chiropractor less. And when I went to the chiropractor, most of the time, just for a check-in, just to make sure everything was good, they were surprised because I saw two different chiropractors in the same office. They were both surprised that I would, most of the time, would hold would not be out like I used to be 3 times a week. And then I started only needing to go once a week and then once every 2 weeks and then once a month just for a check-in. And then sometimes I'd go several months not even seeing my chiropractor. I came in and they're like, wow, you're good. And I said, yeah, I'm out of pain. I sleep deeply. I sleep so deeply that there's drool on the pillow. It's incredible. So when people say they have sleep problems, I'm like, okay, well, there's certain things we got to do with diet and exercise and getting out in the morning and in sunlight and avoiding blue light and, avoiding sugar, caffeine, alcohol. There's all kinds of things we can do for sleep hygiene. But if you have a bad mattress, I don't care what you do with all those things you can do to improve your sleep, you're still not getting really good sleep because your body is constantly moving because of those pressure points. So, Joey, what you do with organics is amazing. And thank you so much for coming on the show. We're going to talk about the studies and the science, and we're going to talk about some testimonials. I just wanted to open it up by giving mine that this is the last mattress I will ever own. I mean, I'll definitely buy more in the future for like the guest rooms in my house or when our son outgrows his bed. But this is the only brand I will buy for the rest of my life. It's non-toxic. It's made of organic materials. It's I remember Jason even saying at one point that it's he looked into all of the ingredients that went into making it, and it's even vegan. Like he was just going down the list, making sure that it's super healthy. Most importantly, it sets your body up for a perfect deep sleep. It helps people with pain. It helps people feel comfortable. And my husband and I, who could never agree on a firm mattress or a plush mattress, we have what would be considered a plush mattress, but it holds you like you're on a cloud. You feel like you're floating, but you're not sinking. You just float there. So I love it. I love it so much. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Yeah, it's pleasure's all mine. She's exactly right. When it comes to this mattress, I have the same one she has, and I drool on my pillow almost every night. So it's funny that you say that, Ashley. It's something that definitely will get you into that 3 and 4 stages of sleep. It keeps you there. It's pressure relieving. That's the biggest thing that people don't realize, actually. And if you have a mattress that can relieve pressure from your body, it literally can take away the pressure. It's going to allow your blood flow through your skin, so you don't have to wake up and try to move your body and roll over. And so that's a lot of times what happens, when you don't have a good sleeping surface, something that can actually relieve pressure. And like you said, Bob Rasmussen, back in the day when he wanted to make this into a mattress, very, very smart man. I'm glad that he did that, because he was able to bring this to the market and make it so that a lot of people are hitting that stage 3, stage 4 sleep and getting through the whole night, dreaming deeply. This technology was originally made for patients in the hospital, believe it or not. And that was something that, of course, people in a coma, burn victims, they obviously can't move in a bed. And so having this technology relieve pressure on their body, help them sleep, help us sleep, and so now it's it's a technology that'll last for a long, very very long time. 20 years is our warranty, but I believe it's going to last longer than that. It's gel matrix. It's not going to break down heat, moisture, oxygen, pressure. It just does not break down, and it just protects all the other materials inside the bed.
Hmm. Back a few years ago when I had some health tragedies, pregnancy, lost our child, and then immediately after had COVID, and then had some just recovery complications. I think it was directly related to grief, but I had to be on bed rest, and I couldn't. There was a lot of time I couldn't. I obviously don't sleep on my stomach, and I was just on my back a lot of the time. And it was interesting because if you've ever been on bed rest or had a cold or, flu and you had to be in bed for a few days, you're so achy after 12 hours of lying in a bed. It is just, it's painful. You get achy. And I was in that bed for a few weeks and I did not experience that at all. I thought this is just, it's such a blessing for people who need to be bed bound. And I'm thinking about um, our grandparents and our senior citizens, our aging population, and how there might come a point in their lives when they are bedbound. I have a friend whose mom was bedbound for 2 years before she passed, and I know so many people in my life who've died from bed sores. One of my dad's best friends, he had a heart. This was back in the 80s. He had a heart attack. He was in a hospital. He was bedbound, and he was finally about to come out. I think he had had so many complications from the heart attack, and then he died of a bed sore. And he was young, and I, I've seen it. I've seen it where people both at home and in hospital settings and in nursing facilities. But imagine if you have a loved one at home and they're bedbound. This is a necessity. This is an absolute necessity to purchase for your grandparents or for your parents. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. Now that we have this mattress, we don't really want to go on vacation, because we joke how well, can I bring my mattress with me? At one point, we had an RV and we had our mattress in our RV. I just imagine if I'm going to travel, I want this with me. So that's the downside of having this mattress, is like it ruins it for any other mattress. But what's great about when we do go on vacation is we come home and we're like, oh, we're so happy to be home. Like we like going out and exploring and having fun and visiting friends in a different state, but then we're like really looking forward to coming home to our bed. And I just think that's, how interesting is that? Usually people are kind of sad that their vacation's over. We're just kind of like, when can we get back to our bed? Because it's so comfortable.
That's so true. I can't tell you how many times I've heard our customers say that to me. I say it myself. My wife says it too. And whenever we go on vacation, we do say we miss our bed. Nothing really compares to it. And we have an RV as well. And same thing, we can only stand a few days there. And coming home, it's just we can't wait to get back to sleeping again. And a lot of our customers, like I say, they feel the same way. I have reviews on our website that say that people call in and say, "Thank you so much. I can't go on vacation though, so that's bad." But but they appreciate our mattresses.
Now, your mattresses are more expensive than, I could go to, there's a thrift store out in Monroe in Washington that sells like $200 mattresses. And
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I would sleep very well on those, but it's better than, I guess, I don't even know if that's better than sleeping on the floor, to be honest. But they sell these, wooden and spring things with toxic materials, because I've walked by them and it's like off gassing. I
I know
can
you can
smell the
smell it.
formaldehyde. So
Hmm.
it's off gassing. And they sell, two and three and four, $500, just depending on the size, mattresses, right? So you can go and get a really cheap mattress. And the thing is, the organics beds aren't necessarily like out of your price range. It's just you have to. I guess for me, I had to shift my mindset because we had spent about $4,000, which I thought was a lot of money, on a mattress back in 2013, somewhere around there. And by the time it was 2017, that mattress we bought from Mattress Firm or Mattress Train or Sleep Country, whatever their name was at the time, it was completely warped. It was so warped. Then we went back and we said, "Hey, there was a warranty." And then they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, the warranty degrades every year." And so it was kind of like I felt like it was a bit of a scam. But the entire mattress was so warped, you could see our indents of where our bodies had been, and you could just it was really interesting that we had spent so much money. What I thought this was our mattress was going to last us a long time, and it didn't. And then we got our organics bed, and now it's been about 5 years. It is as new as the day we got it. And this is what Bob had said, that they, in all the testing you did, you saw that they last over 25 years. So my thing is, it's non-toxic, it's safe ingredients, like all the materials, I should say materials, not ingredients, because we're not going to eat it. Don't try to eat it. It's non-toxic, it's safe materials. But it actually would, from an environmental and health standpoint, and financial health standpoint, you don't need to buy a new mattress every 5 years, because
Mhm.
this one mattress is going to last you over 25 years. So there's less mattresses you're throwing away in the landfill. And when you see how long it lasts, and
Mhm.
how it is like the Cadillac, but the old kind of, they used to say this is the Cadillac of whatever. This is like the Cadillac of beds. But if Cadillac lasts, 10 times longer than all other cars, like this is amazing. So I appreciate it for that. So when you look at the value of the mileage you're going to get out of it, you get so much more mileage. It's actually cheaper than buying other mattresses. But my biggest thing for me is that it's the healthiest mattress that my listeners could sleep on. So I'd love to dive in and talk about why the materials in this, the studies done around this, like just share with us, why is this the healthiest sleep you could get would be on this type of mattress?
Yeah. So, I always say to our customers and friends and family, it's like buying two mattresses, but you're getting four. So the biggest thing is most people don't realize that their mattress is probably hurting them before year 8, and it
Mm.
typically they need to change it, and it just depends on the product. Obviously, you get what you pay for. We all have heard that, right? And so, with this product, it is like that. You're literally buying two mattresses, but you do get three or four mattresses, and just because how long it's going to last you. It doesn't break down very fast. Now, how to choose the correct mattress? Yeah, you could go out there and buy a two, three, $400 mattress, even $1,000 mattress, but then the chances of having VOC exposure, EMF exposure, there's a lot of different things out there in memory foam. And so just go Wikipedia memory foam. You'll find that it's a pretty good chemical cocktail of different things. There's formaldehyde, asbestos, the chloroform. There's propylene oxide. There's all types of stuff there. And so, memory foam is in 90% of mattresses,
Mm-hmm.
and the other percentage out there is everybody's trying to get the cleanest, most I guess low non-toxic mattress out there. And so the issue with that is people are looking for 100% organic. Well, that's great and all, but 100% organic means that it's just like anything else that's made by Earth, right, or food. It's going to break down, and it breaks down fast. So typically those mattresses that are out there, you'll see warranties of 20, 25 years for those non-toxic, fully organic mattresses. But the issue is with those is that if you looked at the actual warranty and read the fine print in there, you'll see that they're prorated warranties. After year 10, they'll only give you 60% back.
Yeah.
After year 15, you get, another 15% off of that, and so on and so forth, all the way up to the 25th year. Where this warranty is 20 years, no questions asked, no nonsense. It's literally you get a new mattress if the mattress sags a quarter of an inch, which is not going to happen. I'd be surprised if you found that. We've had customers that have called us up, said, "Hey, my mattress is sagging. It's in the center. It's coming down." Well, the first thing we look at is their frame. Is their frame supporting the mattress the way that it should be? And every single time, we've not found one where the mattress was sagging. It was actually the frame. We'd have them go get level, put that on it, make sure that it's level on the base, and then put the mattress back down, and then their problems fixed again.
I had that. I had that a few years ago. I was like, "What's going on? My perfect mattress. You could come feel this. It's feeling weird on this side." And then I was like, "This can't be." And then I probably my husband was like, "Let's check our frame," because we have a son who I don't know how I tell him not to jump on the bed, but and he still jumps on the bed. And sure enough, it wasn't the mattress, it was absolutely the frame. And once we had it, we got everything fixed. My husband used to be a carpenter, so we just, zip, 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 fixes it, and then it's like, oh, it's perfect. And I was like, oh yeah, of course. I would not lose faith in this mattress, and that's something to be aware of is the everything underneath the mattress has to be good also. You can't
That's right.
buy this and the mattress is heavy. It's our mover said this is the heaviest mattress. I mean, it's substantial. It is a substantial mattress. You can't go to the thrift store and buy the used $50
Frames and things.
frame for the bed if it's the you have to have a substantial frame for the substantial mattress, and that's going to last you over 25 years. So yeah,
Mhm.
just invest in a good frame. Or I believe you guys also sell a frame as well.
We do, yeah, and we offer box springs as well. And most of the time, Ashley, their mattress or their bed frame, sorry, is going to be just fine. It just needs to be adjusted or whatever. So if anybody out there has an existing bed frame with an existing box spring, or even just a platform bed with those slats on it, I'd say 9 times out of 10, your frame is perfectly fine. It
Hmm.
just needs to be something that's going to hold the mattress flat. Now, it will work with adjustable bases, and most of them out there are great bases. Um, so you can put that on it, and they will support the mattress just fine as well. And so we also offer those as well.
And then I want to just hone in on what you said about how one of the materials that you will not find in the organics mattress
Mm.
is
Memory foam.
the memory foam. And when I heard that memory foam, specific kinds of memory foam, increased sudden infant death syndrome,
Yeah.
and that I believe it was they ended up determining it was like a mold or something that was growing inside it. But that once they removed that type of mattress, that they saw a significant reduction in SIDS. That's really scary because we in America and in other countries, I'm originally from Canada. I live in the States, and we have the same philosophy in Canada. We trust that if something is to market, if you can buy something online or at a store, that it's safe. But that's
Hmm.
not the case. So the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they rubber stamp tens of thousands of new chemicals and building materials every year without doing testing. They can't. There'd be too much of a backlog. They do not test for safety. And I have a whole episode on home building materials and the safety and the studies around it, and how many of the materials that you could go to Home Depot to buy are incredibly dangerous for us and toxic, and they off gas and they stress our livers out, and people become sick, but they don't realize it was something that they bought because it was at Home Depot or Lowe's, or something they bought online, because we think we're a great nation. We're not a we're America, right? We think, oh, everything is safe, right? And it's not. And really, it's left to the individual company to be ethical enough to make a safe product. So
Hmm.
a lot of mattresses out there, off gas formaldehyde, they are not safe for us. They are toxic. They're damaging, and they cut corners to make profits. They make something feel good and plush while you're in the showroom, but then it is damaging to your health. And that is another reason why I am passionate about organics mattresses, because
Hmm.
they you guys go above and beyond. You're made in the US by hand. Tell us about that. Tell us about that. The fact that it's like, it's old, kind of old fashioned, but I love it that you build these by hand, and the quality is there because you're making sure that, no corners are cut, that everything is to the standards that you sleep on. Everyone sleeps on an organics bed who works at organics. You guys sleep on your own mattresses. So, of course, you're not going to put something toxic in there.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We make it directly here in Salt Lake City. We source all of our materials from the U.S. First of all, they don't come from out of the country or anything. They're all from the U.S. and they're all super clean, non-toxic. No VOCs, all that stuff. And when we put this mattress together, it's the same person that's been doing this, and it's his team and him in Salt Lake City that's been doing this for the past 30 years. And there's no reason for him to change. And he's got an apprentice that's also been doing this for 17 years. So they'll be doing this for us for a very, very long time. It's great. You can go to our Instagram and watch some of the videos where they actually are building that. It's just at organicsbed.com. And you can see how they're putting that together by hand. But
So
yeah,
cool.
all the materials are super clean. They're in a clean environment. And one thing that you'll note, if you go to our website, you could read some of the reviews and just search for the word smell. I dare you. You're going to see that all these people that actually have even mast cell, which can smell everything, go through and say this has no smell,
Mm-hmm.
not one, not at all.
Yep.
And so when they receive their
Yep.
mattress, you would think that it would be, hey, you probably should go off gas that for about a day or two. Nope, you don't need to do that. You just open, the mattress, which of course we bring it in your home for you, set it up. It's full service delivery. And then, you will notice right away there's no smell. So you might ask, hey, what store can I try this in? Where can I go find this? Where can I lay on this? Well, we don't offer that. It's actually not in stores. The reason for that is one, of course, cost would be higher. The mattress would
Mm-hmm.
be, more expensive because we'd have to pay for brick and mortar. So your costs are less, but also you would find that if you were to go try a mattress out in a store, any store, most of those mattresses that are sold through stores have a higher return rate than we do at Organics Bed, which is kind of interesting. You would think that they would have a lower, but when you try a mattress for the first time in your home and then you try it for 30 days, which we do have a 90-day trial, by the way, you can try it 90 days. I guarantee you'll keep it, but 4%, 4 to 5% every year is our return rate. Stores is 15% on average. So
Wow.
that kind of gives you an idea of the difference there. People think that, going to lay on it at the store, it'll tell them, oh, this is the perfect mattress for me. But what you're not really thinking about is you're not sleeping on it there in the store. And what's more important in a mattress? Are you going to lay on it, watch TV, or are you going to sleep on it? And sleeping on it is obviously the answer there. And so get it in your home, try it 30 days up to 90 days. And if you don't like it, we'll take it right back. No questions asked, no restocking fees, any of that stuff. And we come and pick it up free. We'll box it up for you and literally bring it back, and you get 100% back on that mattress.
That is so cool. Now, let's assume the person isn't going to return it. When they bring the mattress in, do you remove the old mattress as well? Is that part of the service, or is that something they can pay for?
So we do offer that service, and it is available to pay for. We used to
Mm-hmm.
offer it free, but because of COVID and all the companies that we work with, in order to get the mattress to you, it's freight companies and they're all third party. I wish
Yeah.
we were as big as FedEx and we could have a shipping company too, but we're not, right?
One
So we have
day,
to hire,
one day, just keep dreaming.
right? Yeah, one day
Everyone
we
needs
have.
this mattress, okay? Every hotel. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh, I would specifically choose a hotel chain just if they had the organics bed. So I hope you
Oh,
guys
me
are,
too.
knocking on the hotel doors, but Airbnbs should definitely have this. But well, because it lasts longer. Think about it. Like because hotels, they usually buy mattresses that last longer, and then
Hmm.
they don't feel that great. And
Yeah,
they should be buying your mattress, but that would be like a destination, right? To go
right.
to go to
Hmm.
to go sleep on one of your mattresses. Now, there's you guys are giving a really great discount to my listeners, and I'm so grateful that you guys do this. You can go to learntruehealth.com/organics. That's ORGANIX. Of course, the links to everything that we're talking about today are going to be in the show notes of today's podcast at learntruehealth.com. And you can check out the three different beds, the three different mattresses there. We're going to talk about them in a sec. And you can check out some of my testimonials and the facts, but also see the discount and see the cool things that you guys are gifting my listeners. So thank you very much. And
You're
then
very welcome.
there's also a webinar that I did a few years ago with Jason, and we get into, so for people who are visual, and usually people who are visual don't listen I'm also kind of visual. I like seeing stuff. But here we have an auditory experience listening to podcasts. But if you want the visual to see the slides where they're showing, really interesting in the studies, showing the people sleeping on this mat that measures the pressure points. It's cool. It's a cool visual. So go to learntruehealth.com/bed to check out that webinar that shows you the visuals of the studies. But in the last 3 years, can you tell me what's new? What's up? Has there been any studies that happened, or any cool new information that's happened in the last 3 years since you joined Organics?
The biggest things, I guess, that have happened is we've added a couple of more mattresses to our line. They are the Serenity, the Tranquility, and the Harmony. In terms of firmness versus softness, people have asked, what's the most firm, what's the softest one? The Harmony starts out at the firmest one, but it's still really nice plush mattress. It's at about 11 inches thick. The Tranquility is 13 and a half inches thick, and it's kind of right in the middle. But it's soft and firm. It's one of the most recommended mattresses, the Tranquility, by any other health and wellness expert out there, as well as chiropractors and spinal specialists. There's over 1,400 of those that have recommended the Tranquility. And then the Serenity, which actually has just come out over the last couple of months. And that's the same mattress as Ashley's and mine. And I like that one the most because it's the most plush, but it also is the most supportive. But again, they're all going to be great.
Yeah, so the Serenity is the upgraded version of the one we have, that you have and I also have. I have a California king size because my husband's 6'7", and he likes that extra length. Which so California kings are like long for height, but a little bit narrower than a king. But still, I feel like it's very big. It's our whole family fits on the bed. It's wonderful. And so mine is the Serenity, but you guys have upgraded. You've added a few new things, but it's so comparable that if I were to lie on my bed versus the new upgraded one, I couldn't really tell a difference. So in terms of the support, it's as plush. But again, I don't feel like, so my husband likes a firm mattress. I like a soft, but soft is bad for the back on any other type of mattress because you're sagging. You don't sag with this technology because it collapses exactly where it needs to and holds you exactly where it needs to. So it relieves the pressure. Again, you can watch the webinar, learntruehealth.com/bed, to see what I'm talking about, but these columns that collapse, like a honeycomb, it's so comfortable. I can't say, how many times can I say it's comfortable? So you've got these three different mattresses, and I know you said the most recommended is the Tranquility, and everyone says it's the best. It's kind of like the Goldilocks, but I'm going to tell you, Serenity all the way. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I like the Serenity. My wife likes the Tranquility, but we've kind of met in the middle, and the Serenity is definitely the one that we got and love. And so I recommend the Serenity as well, but the Tranquility is a great mattress. You're not going to go wrong with that. The Harmony is a great mattress if you want to put it in a second bedroom, put it in your kids' bedroom, or even have it for yourself. It just depends. If you like a more firm bed, go with the Harmony. If you like something that is still firm but soft, go with the Tranquility. And if you like something that's supportive and, like Ashley said, it's not going to sag or anything, of course, none of these mattresses do, go with the Serenity if you want something softer. And so they're all great. We do offer another mattress called the Athos Aria. If those three mattresses aren't at your price point, it's still a great low to no VOC mattress and no EMF mattress. If you take a look at that, it has organic cotton cover and organic materials inside of that as well. And so that's on our website, Athos Aria. And that one starts at around $2,700 in a queen. Tranquility around the $5,000 mark in a queen. And so just depends on your budget, but they're all great mattresses. So there was a study by Dr. Robert Troll. He did this a few years back, but it's still current in today for sure. People that have slept on this technology sleep through stages 3 and 4 80% longer than any other technology. And so this technology, like I said, it's one of those things where you can't really find any other technology out there that's going to relieve pressure from your body. Some of the things to think about with health effects of VOC exposure: it can cause short-term headaches, dizziness, throat and eye, nose irritation, nausea, vomiting. Those are things that they might experience from sleeping on a mattress with memory foam. Long-term exposure, central nervous system damage, cancer, kidney and liver damage, and of course where we went into SIDS with babies. More than anything, I recommend staying away from anything with memory foam in it. If you don't go with us to get this mattress, definitely stay away from any mattress with any VOC exposure. EMF's another thing as well. Definitely if you can stay away from a mattress that has little to no EMFs. There's been readings and tests on these mattresses where people have actually come to our facility and tested these things, and these beds, and they found that there's rooms that are empty that actually have higher readings than directly next to the gel line of this mattress. So it's kind of interesting to look at that.
That's cool. So it's like the mattress almost like protects you from the EMFs. I had a really interesting interview, and I don't remember the number right now. It's somewhere in the 50s. Sal, he's a PhD. I mean, this was 7 years ago, so I'm just thinking he's a PhD electrical engineer, I believe, and his passion was to go around helping people fix the electricity in their home, because there's dirty electricity in so many homes. And he talked about how there was this one MD who hired him to come in because his kids couldn't sleep. And they were just up all night. And he goes, there's no medical reason why they should be like this. And he used the readings and found that there was so much metal in the crib and in the mattress of the baby, and the mattresses, and that her entire house had dirty electricity from the transformer. So the whole neighborhood had dirty electricity. But if you have a metal frame, a metal mattress, so the mattress has coils in it. These coils are often all the metal's touching. It's on like a frame inside the mattress. All the metal was radiating this electromagnetic frequency that was just so unhealthy for them. They were just wired. And so he moved in the short term to fix everything. He unplugged everything from the walls near the beds, moved the beds away from the walls that had outlets or had wiring. He even goes so far as to say, if you can shut off the breakers in that side of the house, do that as well. Unfortunately, there's just, if you have to go upstream and change the whole neighborhood, like change the transformer, but that's what it takes. And he said there's a town in, forgive me, it's either Arizona or New Mexico. There's a whole town that would hear humming when they went to bed every night, and they thought it was aliens or something. And it turned out the entire town had dirty electricity. And think about sitting in a bed with, you have lamps plugged in on either side. You've got this is back in the day when we didn't have a cell phone waking us up in the morning. They had their a radio alarm clock plugged in on one outlet and a lamp on the other. And then on both sides there was at least a lamp on both sides. And the bed is in between two outlets that are plugged in. And if you were sitting in bed reading, you would hear this humming, loud humming. And that was the dirty electricity humming through the metal in your mattress. And so he has all sorts of stories about how he would enter someone's home and use this equipment to test the electricity. And his number one recommendation for sleep is don't sleep on a mattress with metal, and unplug everything from the wall around the mattress, or turn off the electricity going to that area, turn off your Wi-Fi, just everything. And what I love about the organics mattress is that the coils are all wrapped together. Everything is done in a way that's so comfortable for the body, but also on it's a low EMF. It does not take the EMF in your room or the outlets, so you don't have to go and unplug your electricity every night from the breaker downstairs or in the basement or in the garage or wherever your breaker is. You don't have to. I have to go outside. My breaker's outside. It's kind of ridiculous. I was sometime in the winter. It was raining. I'm standing in a puddle. I tripped a breaker because I used too many gadgets in the kitchen, and I'm standing in a puddle with my bare feet about to touch the breaker. I'm like, I don't think I should be doing this. Like, this is the worst placement for a breaker.
Right?
Oh man. So I was like, you know what? This I don't want to win a Darwin Award today. So I walk back inside the house. I'm like, I need to go get my shoes or just do it another time. And I don't need to touch a breaker with standing in a puddle. But here we have the difference between virtually all mattresses out there and yours is that we can sleep comfortably, non-toxic, not have EMF exposure. So just the list, we kind of go down this list, and no wonder all the health nuts like me are raving about you.
Yeah. In fact, I had there's a customer out of California that called us one day. He purchased our mattress that day instantly when he found out that our mattress has, little to no EMFs. And he said that his current mattress literally was pointing north. He said that his friend came over with a compass, and they were testing some things in their house to see what was, had EMFs, and his mattress was pointing north. I don't know how that would be something that you could test, and point
The
out.
polarity. Well, they're testing the polarity. So, I mean, that makes total sense because you can alter the polarity of if you take a compass and put it near electromagnetic field,
Hmm.
it will move, right? It will move to the electromagnetic field. So our body has an electromagnetic field. I think it's too weak to move a compass, but um running water has an electromagnetic field. Running electricity through wires has an electromagnetic field. And if you take something a strong enough electromagnetic field and you move a compass towards it, it will align with the polarity of the electromagnetic field. So this is just showing the EMF of that his old mattress had such an intense EMF that it had its own polarity beyond, like,
Yeah.
stronger than Earth's polarity. And that's what most people sleep on.
A first for me. I hadn't heard that one, and he's thanked me since then. He loves us. He always calls me and I talk to him, and he's actually a great guy, and so he loves his mattress. But it is definitely one of those things where I believe that this mattress helps a lot of people. It helps people sleep, better. And it's obviously one of those things where if you can't get enough sleep at night, it's going to affect your day. It's going to affect
Hmm.
your life, and you're on a mattress a third of your life. Why not invest into something that will help that and help your life, because it is one of the most important things out there aside from food and exercise, sleep, all that stuff. Sleep is one of the most important out there.
You will have a longer life if you sleep better. So many studies show that. At night, if we don't get enough sleep, our brain can't clear out this excess proteins that build up. And these proteins build up, and they see a link between that and dementia and cognitive decline. But try like not sleeping really well for a few nights. Like, okay, have a baby. and and then try to like think. They call it baby brain. My husband and I, we have this rule. We don't make any major financial decisions while we have baby brain because we made some really weird decisions that we laugh about to this day when we were both under the haze of baby brain. And men have it too because they're also their sleep's not as much as the mom, but their sleep is definitely being disrupted. And if your sleep's disrupted, we call it baby brain, but you just got you bad sleep brain
Yep.
at any age, right? Kids will express it through hyperactivity. They'll seem disruptive and hyperactive, and because they can't regulate their emotions if they don't get sleep well enough. And I got to tell you, our 8-year-old son loves our mattress. I look forward to the day when he outgrows his because I'm definitely going to be buying an organics for him. But he would prefer to sleep in our mattress, even regardless of whether we're in it with him or not. He would rather fall asleep in our mattress than we move him to his, because he senses it's way more comfortable than anything else. And kids know, they're intuitive. But sleep also, if we don't get enough sleep, the next day they've done studies that we'll consume an average of 500 more calories, that will have a dysregulated cortisol levels, which also affects insulin. So we'll have dysregulated insulin, blood sugar, cortisol levels. Will be hungrier. Will be more likely to give in to cravings. People with addiction tendencies, like needing to chase dopamine, will be more likely to give into those. They lose willpower. Like willpower becomes less abundant after a night of poor sleep. And if this is your chronic state of sleep, this is all you know, and you don't know a world where you get deep sleep, deep restorative restful sleep, where you feel more in control of your body the next day and your emotions and your thoughts. And I had an amazing naturopathic endocrinologist on the show, Alan Christensen, Dr. Alan Christensen, and he talked about the world's, I believe it was the longest and largest study on the causes of early death, all cause mortality, and what can we attribute to the length of life. So if you want to live a long, healthy life, disease free, there's one factor, and it's not smoking. And it shocked him, and it was directly related to sleep. It is your body's stress levels, which we can measure by, if you have poor sleep, you have lower heart rate variability. So therefore we can measure your stress levels, and we are in a higher state of stress after bad sleep. We are in a lower state of stress after good sleep. The body can reset, recalibrate, detox, do the things it needs to do with good sleep. So, I mean, everyone listening knows sleep's good, but you don't know that you have bad sleep until you get on one of these mattresses, and then you go, well, wow, I didn't know I could take my sleep to the next level. So again, I'm a giant cheerleader for you guys, because it's like a tool that everyone needs. Like you said, 1/3 of our life is in this. Why would you hum and haw over a money when it's something you're going to use for over 25 years and be on it 1/3 of your life? But what I do love is, don't you also offer financial assistance, or some not financial assistance, but some way of doing a payment plan for people who don't have all that money up front?
We do. Yeah. Right now, we have two options. One is through PayPal. Not everybody loves PayPal, but the other option is through Affirm. So we have both those two options. Both of them are offering 0% interest for 6 months. And then, of course, if you need longer term financing, then you can go up to 36 months. And of course, that's a little bit of an interest payment, but you can definitely get financing for this mattress. There's a few options through our checkout. You can call us, so you can look on our website. And so I just wanted to bring up one last thing. You mentioned your son. I think he's going to love this for sure once he gets it too, because obviously sleeping in your bed. But my son, I have 5 kids. My son, he's 14, and ever since we got him this bed, and I don't know if this was before the bed or maybe it's just responsible for, he's just a good kid. I don't know, but he actually is one of those kids that wants to go to bed every night at
Nice.
9 o'clock. He goes to bed right on time. He's like, hey, I know this show's on, it's a cool show or whatever, but let's stop it and watch it tomorrow. He goes to bed and literally stops watching TV and goes, and then he wakes up by himself. We don't have to wake up like a typical teenager, like some of my other older kids. I have a 21, 22-year-old that did not have this bed growing up, but they, were terrible at waking them up. But this one, he just wakes up, he goes to bed on time. And I don't, like I said, I can't say that this is the mattress,
Well, this is what
but
I see with my son, is that the days, because when I say, okay, let's go brush our teeth, it's bedtime, like we start the bedtime routine, he goes, my bed or yours? Like, and then sometimes I'll just be like, just go get in your bed. Come on, just get. And then there's times I'm like, okay, let's lie down together and read a story or something. And um, when he lies in our bed, in our organics Serenity, he falls asleep in half the time than when he lies in. And sometimes when he lies in his bed, it's like he's calling out to us, like, I'm still awake, I can't fall asleep. And I'm like, just go to bed. Why? And there's a distinct difference between the two. And we do lots of stuff for him. Like, we noticed a huge difference or improvement in his sleep when he started doing the magnesium soak, which I feel like over 5 episodes about the magnesium soak. It's the world's longest name, livingthegoodlifenaturally.com. coupon code LTH for the magnesium soak, and it is phenomenal. If you have the thing is, if you have magnesium deficiency, soaking in this every day while you could be soaking it while you're at your computer, while you're in your sauna, while you're eating dinner, while you're watching TV or reading a book at night, but soaking your feet a minimum of 20 minutes, maximum of 60 minutes. You soak every night for 30 days. Most people reach full cell saturation in that period of time, and people are chronically magnesium deficient. So we did notice when we started doing magnesium soaks with him, this was back when he was a toddler, he went from fighting us all night long to go to sleep to saying like, hey, I'm kind of tired, it's bedtime. And I looked at him like, who are you? But then when he gets in the bed, if he's in our bed, like I said, if he's in our organics bed, he falls asleep in half the time. When he's in his mattress, which we haven't, I'm like, why haven't I done it yet? Why haven't I pulled the trigger? I'm just waiting for him to outgrow his mattress, but maybe I should just pull the trigger. After you said that about your 14-year-old, I feel like, do you know that meme where Fry is holding money, shaking it, going, take my money, take my money. I need to have this. Just take my money. Right. I'm about to throw money at you. Just take my money. I need that mattress for my son. Because you're right. He does way prefer falling asleep in our organics bed versus his. So that makes sense. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of kicking myself right now. Like, why haven't I just pulled the trigger?
I'm sure some of it is laying next to his mom though too, right? It's that relaxing feeling. Plus, it does sound like one of those magnesium soaks is really, really relaxing.
They are relaxing. Super helpful. They are super helpful. But you know what? I say it because there are times when I'm late. I sometimes I don't practice what I preach, and I'm on my computer working at night when you're not supposed to be on a computer working at night. But I'm like, I've got to get this done, and I'll say, okay, Brave, you gotta lie down, go to bed yourself, and so he'll fall asleep in half the time, regardless of whether I'm in the bed or not. He will fall asleep faster, much faster in our bed, and that just says a lot about your mattresses. I love that there's a return policy that is so easy. I love that you give people 90 days to try it. I love that you can use Affirm. I prefer Affirm, but I mean, I've been with PayPal forever, but I do prefer Affirm. I bought some stuff and used them, and really appreciate how easy the process is to buy things through them. So you can do the payments. And there's really no risk then, because try the mattress for 90 days. Mm-hmm. If listeners call your company and they want to definitely mention the Learn Trail podcast with Ashley James, so they get the discount. I believe the coupon code is LTH, as always, Learn True Health LTH. Mm-hmm. But what are the things that you're giving the listeners? Tell us about the goodies.
Yeah, and definitely call us, because this day and age, it's hard to get a hold of companies. We actually answer the phone. We love people calling us. The number is 866-647-5513. The goodies that come with this, it's actually one of the best deals that we have ever done. And
I strong-armed them for you guys.
It's 10% off the purchase, which, if you think about the price of this, it's definitely a lot of money coming off of the mattress there for you. $400, $500, $600, depending on the mattress that you get, 10% off. And then also, if you don't live in the state of Utah, there's not any sales tax, because you're actually buying online with us. So that's one of the great things about buying from us too, versus buying from a local store. Unless you live in Utah, sorry, you got to pay tax. But other states, you don't have to worry about that. As far as the other good deals, or the goodies that come with this, there's sheets that come with this, and it's a sheet set by Maloof, hypoallergenic sheet set, safe for babies. It's a great company. They have a 5-year warranty on it. There's a mattress protector that comes with this, has a 15-year warranty on it. And the mattress protector, if it fails in the time that, that 15 years, in other words, water comes through or you spill something on it or whatever, they actually will come out and clean your mattress for you.
What?
And as long as it's on the receipt, it has to be on the same receipt as the bed, but they'll come clean your mattress if it fails. And then if they can't get the stain out, they'll actually replace the mattress too. So made by Maloof, you might think, oh, mattress protector, though, it might be plastic feeling or whatever. No, it's not. It actually feels like just a tightly woven fabric. It's very nice. You can put your sheets right over it. You don't notice it's there. Also, the sheets are deep pocketed. They'll handle the 17-inch mattresses,
Nice.
and so the Serenity, you won't have any issues with that.
Nice. And I don't recommend regular cotton sheets. It's actually better to have bamboo, like organic bamboo, because they do have a bit of give and stretch. Whereas if you
Hmm.
put really, really tight organic and you really make it tight, it's almost like a drum. Like you don't want that disruption, because the mattress is meant to collapse naturally where your shoulder is or where your hip is. It's meant to perfectly align you. And if I just personally found that I feel as though it maximizes it doesn't disrupt the mattress when you use that more stretchy fabric like bamboo.
Yeah, our sheets, the bamboo sheets are great.
Mm-hmm.
And then it does come with the full service delivery, and that's normally a $369 service that we include in this. So you're saving roughly six, seven, $800 depending on the mattress that you get with all of these things. So just as a recap, you get 10% off, free sheets, a free mattress protector, and free full service delivery. And again, they'll bring
Nice.
that mattress in your home, set it down, discard the plastic, the box, all that stuff it comes in, and then leave you with a nice mattress to sleep on for that night, and of course the
Yeah.
rest of that time. So
Nice. And also there's a few other things you guys sell. So I
mhm.
recommend checking out. I personally love your pillows. Maybe do you guys still sell the pillows?
We do.
I should ask. Okay.
We do.
Okay. I was like, uh-oh. Because I mean, this is 5 years ago. Stuff changes, but you guys still sell the pillows. Because I
Right.
really love my pillow. And Jason said, I love my pillow too, but some people don't like it and some people do. I'm like, yeah, not everyone wants perfect protection for their neck. I don't know. I just love it. I love the pillow. I feel like it's just perfectly contours my head and supports me. But everyone sleeps differently, right? So if you're kind of like sick of your pillow and you're looking for a more supportive pillow, you should totally check out the pillow they sell as well.
Yeah, like our mattresses, they're Ocotex certified, safe for babies, Certipure US certified. So it's all super clean, hypoallergenic, great stuff. There won't be any off gassing or anything with that stuff too, with the pillows. And yeah, we do offer adjustable bases if you'd like that. Once you get one, I'll warn you, you're going to be in your room a lot more often, maybe in front of the TV on your bed instead of down on the couch or whatever. But the adjustable bases are super nice with a mattress like this.
Yes. Yeah, and like I said, I've had times where I had to be in bed, bed bound, bed rest. In the last 5 years that I've owned this, there's been times when I had to be on bed rest and 12 to 24 hours straight being in bed, obviously going to the bathroom, but otherwise being in the bed, no pain, no stiffness, no achiness. It's pretty remarkable how different the experience is on this bed versus any other mattress. So it's a tool. It's a tool we should all have, right? It just makes so much sense to me. So I love everything. I love that the materials are safe. I love that the story about the low EMF. And I love the discounts you're giving us, the fact that we can call you guys and chat with you guys, and also no risk to trying it. We can definitely return it within 90 days if we don't like it. And but few people do. I would never. I would I would fight you. If you tried to take my mattress away, I'm gonna fight you.
What
This
I
is
love to hear, Ashley, is you like your mattress after 5 years, and there's a lot
Yep.
of people like that, 10 years, 15 years. We hear that all the time. I still love my mattress. And they always talk about they can't go traveling and all that stuff like we went over. But yeah,
Yeah.
and you're going to love it for 10, 15, 20 years. It's going to be, something that you'll always feel the same about. It's a great mattress.
Yeah. And Bob talked about this in episode 355 that they're the the oldest mattresses that they made were still good so many years later, right? So they're
Hmm.
this yes, the warranty is 20 years, but and they can see that even after 25, there's no wear and tear, that it's still supportive, it's still great, it's still holding up. but there are people who have even older and it's doing well. So I'm like, I wonder, can this be the last mattress I buy for me? I don't know. I'm excited to see how long it lasts before I need to replace it, and knowing that it's going to be a very long time. So that's exciting. Um, I can't wait to get one for my son. I can't wait in the future to get one for the guest bedroom. Although I have had problems where guests never want to leave, so maybe I don't. Maybe, but no, I do want to be able to give people the experience that they never want to leave, because it's such a nice experience. Every time I go to visit other people, their mattresses are really horrible in the guest bedroom. Like, people usually take the pass down, like grandma slept on it, and then we slept on it, and then our kids slept on it, and now it's your mattress, right? And it's like 100 years old, and I just have the worst experiences. I love my friends, I love visiting them, but their mattresses all really suck, and so I can't tell you how many times I have been in as a foreign state and or country and needed to go find a chiropractor because it was just such a bad sleep being on someone else's mattress. So it would be really, really nice if money wasn't a problem to invest in a guest bedroom bed that would just knock people's socks off and make people feel so welcome, so comfortable. And I don't know. That's just me. I like pampering people. I like pampering myself. But it seems like a necessity since we know how important sleep is. Before we wrap up today's interview, and thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing all this information. Of course, listeners can go check out more by going to learntruehealth.com/organics. That's ORGANIX. And they can also go to learntruehealth.com/bed to check out the cool webinar we did with all the sciencey stuff. Are there any other stories of success, stories of testimonials, of people's cool experiences, maybe people who have had health shifts or noticed that their pain's gone away, those kind of stories, when they started using the organics bed, that you'd like to share with us?
Definitely. Yeah, there's a ton out there. More notably, I think there's a lot of people that come find us when they're looking for a mattress with, no smell. We get that a lot. There's a lot of people that call in, a lot of people that come to our chat on our website and ask questions about the smell. And there was this one customer, her name is Christy, great customer. I gave her my personal cell phone and talked to her for a while just to make her feel comfortable, because she actually was very concerned. She went from one bed to another, all these mattresses that claim to be, no smell, 100% organic, things like that. She told me about some mattresses that she got that were 100% organic. And she's one of those that cannot be in a fragrance aisle or, be in an area where there's any
Mm-hmm.
sort of smell. She'll get sick. And so she could smell some mattresses that she was shopping for and buying. And she bought a mattress that she said smelled like a farm. But nobody else was saying that. She was saying it smelled like a farm, and it was just an organic mattress. And so what she asked us to do, which was really unusual, we've never had this happen before, she wanted us to wash the outer cover of the mattress twice, with borax, so that it would actually get rid of more of the oils in the organic fabric, which I assured her that all the oils were gone already and there's no issues there. But we went ahead and did that for her, just to make sure that, that she was happy when she received the mattress. And of course, when she received it, there was no smell for her. And that's one of those things where she was super surprised. I was actually surprised that she couldn't smell it, because she could probably smell things that anybody, could not smell, but she could smell
Mm-hmm.
it, kind of that type of a person. And so very happy that she's happy with the bed. She said that she's going to recommend it to everybody. And so that happens, not exactly that, but a lot of those people with mast cell come back and say there's no smell. And so they just love our mattress.
We have to recognize that when we can smell something, it has entered our body. That we often think that we have some kind of like magic force field, like, oh, I'm smelling something, but it's not going in me, right? If you smell something, your liver within 15 minutes is processing it. Smelling is the act of inhaling vapors that are like tiny, tiny molecules of liquid, right, of a chemical, and it gets stuck into the mucosal layer of the sinuses and the lungs and the esophagus, and we swallow, and it goes into our stomach, and also it absorbs in through the mucosal layer of our respiratory system, leading into the lymph system, and then moving towards the liver. Uh, They're also low VOC is good, but not all VOCs are bad. Like orange peel, opening an orange peel is high VOC, and that is not unhealthy, right? There's many chemicals that are incredibly toxic, and they're not VOCs. VOC, volatile organic compounds. Actually, the rating has to do with how it those chemicals interact with the ozone. So it's more of an environmental thing and not necessarily a harmful thing. But the fact that you can smell acetone when walking into a spa, because their women are getting their nails done, within 15 minutes of smelling it, your liver is processing it. And there's no VOC in that instance. So to smell a mattress, you are inhaling chemicals, just like if you smell new carpeting, new linoleum, that new car smell all of it can be formaldehyde, that it's incredibly toxic, and thousands of other chemicals. There's 80,000 new man-made chemicals in our air, water, soil, and mattresses and cars and building, materials. And they're allowed to be there even though they're incredibly harmful. So if you don't smell anything, what we're saying is like you're showing through one of your senses that there's the off gassing isn't there. That isn't foolproof, right? Because there are certain chemicals that are odorless, but there's plenty of mattresses out there that you can definitely smell something. And if you are smelling something, your body is processing it as if you ingested it, because you ingested it into your lungs. So I love, love, love that people who are so sensitive, they become sick from anything that has a scent because their body cannot process it, that they do not become sick when they use an organics mattress. And that makes me really excited to have something that's safe for us that we should all be using. Thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing. And I know you said there's hundreds and hundreds of testimonials we can see on the website. Remind us again what the phone number is.
It is 866-647-5513. And there's only two options after that. It's customer service and sales. Number one is sales, and customer service number two. So fairly simple, but yeah, give us a call. Feel free to call us anytime. We're actually open 7 days a week, by the way. So if you're listening Sunday, whatever, if you're catching this later, call us on Sunday. We're open until 5 p.m. Mountain Time. During the week, we're open until 7. So give us a call.
Very cool. And for people outside of the US, do you only ship to people in the US, or do you also ship to other countries?
We ship to Canada and of
Woohoo!
course the lower 48. So if we need to ship to Hawaii or Alaska, we can do so, but there is an additional shipping charge. We
Yeah.
would give you a quote based on where you live. Same thing with Canada. We can't ship to Canada free, but we will credit you $369 toward that shipment. And so what we have found by shipping to Canada though is that, of course, one, you get this mattress. You can't find it in Canada, but you get this mattress. And then two, if you find anything that's comparable out there, you're going to spend more money
Hmm.
on it, and even with shipping costs. And so, give us a chance to give you a shipping quote, and we'll definitely ship it up to you. And it goes pretty quickly. Shipping times all across the country and to Canada are anywhere from 2 to 5 weeks, depending on where you live. Of course, if you live in a rural area, some small town, it might take an extra week or something. But in a big city, it's fairly quick. And keep in mind, we don't roll it up in a tiny little box and ship it to your front door. So that's why it's not, 3 days. It's going to take a little bit of time to drive a very large mattress across the country or wherever you live. So that's the reason why.
Right.
But it's worth the wait.
Yes, it is. And you will feel like Princess and the Pea lying on the perfect mattress. When you do get it, you'll just lie on it and go, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." The experience is you're floating, and it's like a cloud, and but it's supporting you perfectly. It's just it's suspending your body, and you don't feel it pressure anywhere. It's the coolest thing ever. And you had mentioned that there's if you had found something comparable, you'll spend more money. There are copycats out there, and I did purchase one before the organics, and I have to say I was incredibly disappointed. I don't want to disparage any companies publicly, but I will say horrible experience with that copycat company because other people saw that the technology that Bob created and wanted to copy it, and there were lawsuits and all kinds of things. And I'm not going to disparage anyone, but what I will say is, there's that you will save time, money, energy to get the real McCoy instead of trying to go after a copycat. Get the original that has the science behind it. That copycats are it's a poor quality second. And I had a personal experience of it, and I'm glad I did, so I could go, wow, the original is worlds beyond and worlds better than the copycats out there. So thank you, Joy, for coming on the show. I really appreciate your time, and I hope I wish you the best of success because the work that you're doing is really helping people and improve the quality of people's lives. So it's companies like yours we need more of. We need more companies with integrity that are focused on our health first, and companies that make a product that lasts longer. And that's, you look around and you see like a washing machines only last 5 years. Like after 7 years, it's like they
Right.
break down. I can't believe it. If you go into a house that it was built in the 50s and it comes with a washing machine from the 80s, you know that washing machine's never gonna die. Like you see these things. I've had this experience where it's like, yeah, okay, the appliance is 40 years old. It's not going anywhere. But the appliances they sell today, you good luck trying to get that appliance to last you 40 years, right? There's something about how we used to make things to really last. And I just love that your company is about making a product that lasts, that's non-toxic, that's safe, that's healthy, and that actually promotes healing beyond just being just you're like, we're not only going to not be harmful, we're going to help the body heal. And so of course there's a higher price point. This is made from hand, this is non-toxic, this is white glove service, and we can do a payment plan, and at the end of the day this is going to last you over 25 years, so it's going to save you in the long run. But I want more companies like yours out there. And so I believe in voting with my dollar. Like I vote with my fork. I buy organic, local, I support local farms. I put my money where into the companies that I want to see do well because they're doing well for us. So thank you for all that you do. And please, listeners, use the coupon code. Tell your friends, especially friends that are sick and suffering, or friends that have relatives that are having problems with bed sores. This is a technology everyone should be aware of because it makes such a difference to the quality of our lives. And Joey, you're doing great work, so keep it up. Thank you so much. And if you ever in the future have any scientists or studies or things that you want to come share with them. We'd love to hear.
Awesome. It was my pleasure. It was a great time for sure. Thank you so much, Ashley.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode with Joey Woodward. Wasn't he great? It's interesting. After doing over 500 interviews, I've actually done probably close to 530 because I have not published everything that I've done. And there's certain ones that I chose never to publish because you know what? Some people just don't make it. I just because they get on my show doesn't mean that they were good enough for you to listen to. And I'm sure they're wonderful people. It's just I feel very protective of you guys, and I wouldn't publish something that was not helpful or beneficial, or sometimes guests just aren't that great. So I do my best to only publish what's going to help you and what I know is going to be a positive influence. And when I listen to people, they're real. These are real people. These aren't paid actors. These aren't trained professionals. You listen to Joey. He's so authentic. He's being himself. You can hear his passion. But when I was listening to his voice as I was getting today's episode together to publish, 'cause sometimes I sit back and listen because I'm on the hot seat when I'm an interviewer, so I'm kind of listening for when they're answering the questions the first time when it's live. I'm always listening for what is the question the audience has, like what is the question you have for him, and then when I sit back to listen to it afterwards, I can hear it like it wasn't me. It's the weirdest thing. I love my show, and it's sort of like listening to someone else's show because I sit back and I forget what I've even said sometimes in the interview. I remember the content, like I remember what the guest said, but sometimes I'll forget what I said. So I'm listening with new ears. I can sit back and relax and just be in the moment and hear him. And what I hear in his voice, I don't know if you noticed this, he's very chill, right? Like he's happy, he's chill, he's like calm, and I'm just imagining you own a mattress company for a living, like you definitely want to make sure that you're getting good sleep, and he sounds very calm, but he also sounds like he's not a trained professional guest on shows, right? He's not trained professionally to public speak. And that's what I wanted to say, is that a lot of my guests are real, so real, and they're here to share information, and they're not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm trying to get better and better. Everyone does. Everyone tries to improve. We're not polished. This isn't, mainstream TV or mainstream, radio. This is just real people. And that's even better. Getting real information, learning from real experiences, real people. I love podcasting that we can throw away all that junk, that the middleman filters of the advertising companies, and the ratings, and just all the stuff that kind of warps, and politics, like just it all that we can throw away and go, okay, let's just be real people and help each other. So listening to his voice, I could hear his love and authenticity, and hear his excitement. And it's cool. It's cool that he stepped in and took over the company as Bob retired and kept it going. So it's neat. I just love that this company is supporting American workers. It knows where every single aspect of their materials come from. That's actually non-toxic. Super low EMF. Just all the stuff that you could do. The science behind how you could examine this mattress to see the quality. I would just say jump on it and sleep on it, and then you'll feel it for yourself. Just in case you didn't get these web links written down, I wanted to make sure you had it. LearnTrueHealth.com/bed gets you the webinar. That's LearnTrueHealth.com/bed. And then LearnTrueHealth.com/organics, ORGANIX, gets you the special deal. It's a web page that Joey designed for us. Actually, it was the previous owner that designed it for us, and Joey's honoring it. The really, really super good deal that he talked about in the interview. And then, of course, you can call them 866-647-5513. Mention the Learn to Health podcast with Ashley James, coupon code LTH, and they should be able to hook you up with the exact same discount. They will give you the same discount, that and all the special deals and goodies that get thrown in when you go to learntruehealth.com/organics. But they'd also be able to answer your questions, help you with financing if you'd like that, and just make it all smooth for you. And if you have any questions or any concerns, or you want to tell me how great your experience was with organics, any of that, please email me. Email me, ashley@learntruehealth.com. I'd love to hear from you. You can also talk about it in our Facebook group, the Learn True Health Facebook group. Jump in the Facebook group with us. I would love to see you there. We all support each other. It's a beautiful community. Just search for Learn True Health on Facebook, or you can go to learntruehealth.com/group and join the Facebook group. Even if you don't do Facebook, just create an account for this. Sometimes that's just people just join with no profile picture and a fake name, just so they can be in the community. And I know, I'm sorry, it's Facebook. It's one of those platforms that it's not that, like, I'm not saying I align with any major company or any social media company. It just happened to be the best way to get a community together. And you can use the search function in the group. So because the group's been around for, I think 5-6 years now. And since then, we've answered so many health questions. It's become almost like a directory. You could type in any problem you could think of or any symptom. And there's already answers and already so many resources and so much information that we have holistic doctors in our group that answer questions, and dentists and nurses and massage therapists and herbalists and acupuncturists and midwives, so many professionals that are in the holistic space that are coming together and answering questions, along with myself and a lot of other health coaches and experts. So it's a really supportive community. And that's why I keep saying, come on, join us. Let's all learn together because we all deserve to have this holistic information so we don't need to suffer anymore. We have to take the actions and go out and seek the information. And that's what I'm here to provide for you. Check out episodes coming up. I've been very busy editing, and I don't know if you've checked out the website lately, but I've been posting also blog posts. Like I've got the yogurt one up, which is the Lactobacillus rhodori from Dr. Davidson's last 2 episodes. And that is so delicious. It's made from cashews. You can make it from other things. I have a listener who made it from almonds, blanched almonds that she had to remove the skins, and she did that. She said it turned out amazing. I personally love the cashew yogurt. So check out that link. I'm going to be publishing very soon a blog post with detailed instructions on how to use a sauna and a few other things that are around your house, even to help the body detoxify heavy metals properly or healthfully. And then I'm going to be posting soon my turbo moon milk recipe, which I've been using. It's so delicious, and I use it at night. And it's a wonderful elixir that supports. It's with a lot of adaptogenic herbs, so it helps the body just regulate and come back into balance, decreasing inflammation. It's antimicrobial, huge immune booster, really supportive of the gut, just increasing the gut strength and health and digestion. Helps with anything from sleep and inflammation to hormone, and just all of it. I put this together and I've been sharing it with some friends and they love it too. Share it with my family. For me, I do it because, well, I like turmeric and ashwagandha, and those are in there. But all the herbs are super healthy. A lot of them are already in your pantry. And what I like the ritual at the end of the day to sit there, and I had dinner a few hours before. I'm on an empty stomach. Maybe I'm a little bit hungry, but I'm not going to eat because I want to go to bed on an empty stomach. And I sit there and I drink the moon milk, the turbo moon milk. It's like an elixir. And it sets the body up for a really healthy detox while you sleep. And it just calms the body. And it's not like I'm frazzled or anything. It's just, I think even really healthy people notice that they feel good drinking it. And then people who are suffering from parasites or inflammation or just toxicity or liver problems or hormone imbalance of any kind or sleep issues, any of those, they will find that drinking this elixir before bed supports them in a gentle way, and they'll start to feel a difference. So check out those blog posts that are going to be coming out really soon. Might already be out depending on when you listen to this episode at learntruehealth.com. Just go to my website, learntruehealth.com. Awesome. Thank you so much for being a listener and sharing these episodes with those you care about. My goal is to help. Originally 7 years ago when I started, I said, I want to help 1 million people. And now I'm like, you know what? That's too small because there's a lot more than 1 million people suffering. So let's just help as many people as we can. Let's turn this ripple into a tidal wave. Keep sharing. Let's tip the scales, tip the tides towards health for everyone, because suffering should be optional. The information's out there, but people don't have access to it until we show them, until we say, hey, over here, look over here. So you can always use the search function on my website to find all kinds of great resources. There's over 500 episodes, so there's lots and lots of information on every single symptom, condition, health goal. Just go to learntruehealth.com and check it out. And have yourself a fantastic rest of your day.